Hi friends, it's Nancy. A couple of things. Well, let's start with the most important. So I'm adding another treasure to the treasure box. When we get to 3,500 subscribers, I will draw from a list of commenters, and that will be the winner of this treasure box. So I have this Victorian calling card, and the name inside is Aaron Eby. The Eby family locally is huge. It's tremendous. So half the town is probably related to the Ebys. Not being from here, I don't think it would be me, but anyway. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. I took off all the black dirt and added brown dirt with my gathered twigs distress ink. So I'm really excited about how this turned out. I have sealed it, so any remaining grime is under a layer of clear sealant. And I've prepared the spine to sew the signatures to, and I'm starting to choose the signatures, or the papers for the signatures. Unfortunately, the pages that were in the original book are not suitable to be included, which breaks my heart because there was really some interesting things in here. So I'm going to try an experiment. This is a piece of paper that's from this scrapbook. It's relatively, oh, it's the cover. It's relatively thin paper. And I thought, okay, I'm going to collage some bits of the pages on. And I just used a glue stick to glue the pages down, and then I went over it with some matte Mod Podge. So I've cut it to the correct size, and I'm about to fold it. Let's see what happens. Oh, did you hear that crack? That's exactly what I was expecting, but that's okay. This paper is going to hold it together. I will just trim this off, and it'll be fine. And that's exactly how the paper has been behaving. I tried a different one by using Mod Podge to glue it down and then Mod Podge over top, but it was really, really wrinkled, so I took it downstairs to iron it, and the Mod Podge actually melted and stuck to my ironing board and peeled off. Like, this part's okay. I wonder if this would have folded better. No, it wouldn't have folded any better. And it had this really glossy look. I might hang on to this and, you know, cut some bits and pieces from it, just because, you know, it's got this cute baby. But I can't use this for a page. So I've got my work cut out for me. I'm doing 12 signatures. So I'm going to do 12 more collage pages like this. And this will be the anchor pages for my 12 signatures. This little handwritten recipe here was actually in the book, and it was cut this small. Oh, it's not a recipe, it is a card game. So I will be working on that. I am adding some new things to my Etsy shop. So, well, this isn't new. I have done these lace collages before. It's got a thread inside of it. So I think I've got 8 or 9 packages of these. These are handmade, hand-stitched. Buttons are sewn down. Each one is different. There's no rhyme or reason. So those are going in my Etsy shop. And I'll be using a lot of these in this book. These are die cut from Vintage Fabrics, and I've layered 2 of them together. There's 2 layers of fabric there to give it some heft. That, and also if you glue this on, it kind of gives you the glue can seep through 1 layer of fabric, probably not the 2nd layer. So I have quite a few of these. I've packaged some up, and they're in assorted colors and I've actually attached these with double-sided tape to a giant playing card. So I've got these in packages of 12. Then there are assorted colors. I might in the future do, just all blue, all purple. But I thought an assortment would be nice to start out. But if you would like me to do single color, let me know, and I'll put that a little higher on my to-do list. All right, let's get collaging. This will be an all-day job, to say the least. And I think, like on this one, I did some up, some down. I think I will try to keep these all in one direction. And I'm looking for a pencil. This is just to remind myself that I don't have to go any higher than that. No sense wasting glue. Okay. And I'm not using anything but pages from the recipe book. Well, I should say that there's more than just recipes in here. There's how to kill bugs and how to look after sick people. It's kind of a general how-to kind of book. I love indexes. Indexes always look so cool. So let me grab some of these index pages. And I mean, all I gotta do is fold it. It just tears. Today is, what is today? It's New Year's Eve. Doesn't mean anything because we are officially in shutdown and have been since Boxing Day. Not that we do anything on Christmas Eve or so much holidays. Not that we do anything on New Year's Eve anyway. We used to. We used to have dinner with friends and go to the horse races, sulky races, and that was always fun. But that was also many years ago. some text going here. I know I said I was going to do everything up and down, but this one's going sideways. Just want to remind people, if you are ordering from my Etsy store, the mail is incredibly slow, and it's not just Canada Post. I actually got a Christmas card this morning from Texas, and it was mailed on December 9th, and today is the 31st. It took that long. It's just weird because a couple of weeks ago I mailed out a couple of journals on the same day, and one arrived in Singapore a full week before the other one that was being sent in Canada. Isn't that weird? Rice and pea soup. It's taken off the margins more or less, which is a shame because they're very nicely aged, but they are the most brittle. I'm learning interesting things. First of all, there's no way I would ever be able to follow a single recipe in here because they don't really give you measurements and they don't give instructions. It's sort of like take this and this, mix it together, and yeah. I need instructions. I need more instructions than that. It's going to turn it upside down. Whatever. Let's turn it upside down. This says, meaning of foreign words used on menu cards. Oh, I put something aside I wanted to share because I thought it was interesting. Now I can't find it. There's actually a piece that talks about using coconut oil instead of lard. It said lard isn't good for you, and etc., etc. Oh no, there's something fun on the back of this. Oh, the king's birthday. And there's recipes for things I've never heard of. I wouldn't know how to. Oh my goodness. Breakfast: apples, corn mush and cream, fried chicken, creamed potatoes, popovers, waffles and maple syrup, coffee. No. That seems like a lot. Like, there's a recipe for quince something. I wouldn't know a quince if it hit me in the nose. And then, you know, some of the cooking methods were a little outlandish. So in the section about vegetables, it talked about cooking cauliflower, boiling cauliflower for an hour. How done do you want that cauliflower? And it talks about what kind of water to use to boil your vegetables in. So it said the best kind of water to use is fresh well water, of course. And if you can't get well water, then lake water is the second best, but you should filter it to remove any sediment. Might as well use this up. This is a good color. So my plans for this book, I'm going to use lots of vintage fabric, including some of those fabric flowers with the buttons that I've sewn on. And I am going to get out my women's, what are they? Women's Home Companion books that date to sort of that same 1905, 1906, 1907 era. And do some fussy cutting out of there. So costumes and maybe some food or what you call it? Advertisements. not really any theme, just a general concise feel. Definitely some stitching. There will always be stitching. Oh. I might like these recipes better. Creamed sweetbreads. Good. I'm going to give that a sideways because it was just blending a little too much in there. Yes. Missing a little piece here. I think I'll probably be trimming off that edge anyway, but for argument's sake, let's just fill it in. Okay, I'm going to get a little water. So I want to thin this Mod Podge out a bit. I'll be right back. Okay, now the reason I thinned it out a bit is because sometimes when you're spreading Mod Podge, it's thick. And I don't want a thick layer. I want a thin layer just to sort of keep everything together. And I want it to dry quickly. So doesn't matter if I change directions of my brush. It's so thin it won't matter. It's not going to show. And even if it did, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? This book also had like etiquette rules. Most of them I still agreed with. I can't remember if there was any that I thought that was dumb. Okay, I think that's good. So I'm going to go put this on the kitchen counter to dry. And then I'm going to go put this on the kitchen counter to dry. And then I'm going to go put this on the kitchen counter to dry. And then I'm going to go put this on the kitchen counter to dry. And then I'm going to go put this on the kitchen counter to dry. And then I'm going to go put this on the kitchen counter to dry. And then I'm going to go put this on the kitchen counter to dry. And then I'm going to go put this on the kitchen counter to dry. And then I'm going to go put this on the kitchen counter to dry. And then I'm going to go put this on the kitchen counter to dry. And then I'm going to go put this on the kitchen counter to dry. And then I'm going to go put this on the kitchen counter to dry. And then I'm going to go put this on the kitchen counter to dry. And then I'm going to go put this on the kitchen counter to dry. And then I'm going to go put this on the kitchen counter to dry. And then I'm going to go put this on the kitchen counter to dry. And then I'm going to go put this on the kitchen counter to dry. And then I'm going to go put this on the kitchen counter to dry. And then I'm going to go put this on the kitchen counter to dry. And then I'm going to go and get to work on the third one. Like I said, I have 12 to do, so this could be an all-day excursion. All right, you take care. We'll talk to you again soon.